influences on social emotional development are multifaceted, and they can be a range of things, and really at the end of the day, who knows how much each one really affects people. The most important thing is for a school to consider what are the important things for us to do, and what I think it's better to focus on a few things rather than try and do 101 different things and only half do them. So the sorts of things that I think are really important come very much out of the resilience area of the research, and so I think trying to help kids develop a sense of belonging, giving opportunities so that kids form relationships with significant adults within the school, creating a positive and optimistic school environment, encouraging kids to develop a sense of purpose, and then supporting families and engaging with the community. If you can do those 5 things, then I think you're off to a really good start. But they're things like your cultural background, the way you were born, the individual characteristics, the sorts of experiences that you have in life, even whether you've suffered from trauma and those types of things, they're all going to have an effect. The way you've been managed throughout your life, and the family you come from, the environment that you come from, the community that you live in, all these things have a real effect on your social and emotional development. The explicit teaching operates on a couple of levels. The first level is really the obvious one, which is where you have a curriculum or a program, and you've developed a set of lesson plans and you implement them in a routine, timetabled way. Kids engage in activities, different sorts of discussions. You evaluate that, provide some feedback, and through that is running some form of assessment, whether it be teacher or self-assessment. Then there's another level, which it's a lot more complicated, and it's really that level which is sort of like the art of teaching. It's where you really put the quality into your program. It's the sort of thing that really requires teacher expertise. There's the sort of general level where teachers really need to think about the attitude they bring to a classroom. Like, are they warm and open with the kids? Are they really interested in the kids? Do they really want to get to know them? And it's not only that. It's a bit like coaching, if you like. If you think of a great coach, they really believe in what they're doing, and they really believe in their players, or their students. Well, I think it's the same with great teaching. If a teacher really believes in what they're doing and they really believe in their students, then the students will buy in. So that's the general bit when you're talking about the attitude you bring to the classroom. But then there's like, if you think about social emotional learning, what are we trying to do? We're trying to help kids develop self-awareness, to have some level of personal insight so that they have some understanding of how they construct their behaviour. We're trying to encourage them to be empathic towards other people. We're trying to help them learn to manage their behaviour and manage their social situations. And we're also trying to help them be better decision makers and better problem solvers. So that's a really complex business. Now, you put on top of that all kids come to the classroom at different stages of development. They come from different backgrounds. They've had different experiences. They've got different needs. So it's a big challenge. And if you like, it's the incidental curriculum, but it's one. If you want your classroom to function well, and if you really want your kids to buy in, you have to do it well. Some people in that area, that incidental curriculum, if you like, what they try and do is deal with all their kids one-on-one. Now, if you've got 20 or 30 kids in your class, it's very hard to do, to really know what's going on in their lives and those sorts of things. So you really need to set it up in more of a strategic way. And the thing here, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about how you might do that now, other than to say I think you need to do it as a group. And I think you need to have group processes. So methods like circle time are really useful because it's not all about you giving the feedback. It's about everybody giving the feedback, everybody putting in their ideas and their stories, that type of thing. So that really helps a class or helps students to learn about how they reflect on, you know, their feelings, their behaviour, their social situation, those types of things. And within that type of group work, you can use a whole range of strategies that would be worth people having a discussion about how they do that sort of thing. The other point I'd add is that it really needs to happen as a routine part of the way you teach. So where I'd start was really creating a sense of belonging where, you know, kids are really valued, they're welcomed, everyone knows their name, and also where they really get opportunities to make a contribution.